fire upon the wicked. Hotter red fire upon the eaten. Them in a sit with them in a mix and blend. Hotter red fire upon the eaten. Hotter red fire upon the wicked. Hotter red fire upon the eaten. Them in a sit with them in a mix and blend. Them want change the order of the Most High. Protect your kids 'cause they're coming after your child. The wicked system will enter the church now. But we are standing firm, we don't compromise. This a warfare time, we don't sit and blend with the wicked man. We not follow what's trending, we follow the word of the Most High God. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. Hotter red fire upon the wicked them. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. In a sit with them in a mix and blend. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. Hotter red fire upon the wicked them. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. In a sit with them in a mix and blend. It's time to preach the gospel. Tell the people about the coming of the Father. Yes. He might come for your church who's spotless. Not a Jezebel slipping with the culture. Time to come out of the great, great Babylon. Spiritually you arise as a champion. Just remember the Father soon come. Judgment a come on the wicked and them. Them don't want your way. They don't want your it, but still we are preaching. Well, hotter red fire upon the eaten them. Hotter red fire upon the wicked them. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. In a sit with them in a mix and blend. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. Hotter red fire upon the wicked them. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. In a sit with them in a mix and blend. Alright, them want change the order of the Most High. Oh, yeah. Protect your kids 'cause they're coming after your child. Yeah. The wicked system will enter the church now. But we standing firm, we don't compromise. This a warfare time, we don't sit and blend with the wicked man. We not follow us trend, we follow the words of the Most High God. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. Hotter red fire upon the wicked them. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. We not sit with them, we not mix and blend. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. Hotter red fire upon the wicked them. Hotter red fire upon the eaten them. We not sit with them, we not mix and blend. Hotter red fire. Fire we are blaze, but them fire. Consuming fire. Consuming fire. Emerald reagan. Una head.
Well, a jail is alongside the one anonymous. Come for make God people jump up. When God call you better get up. Tell him about that.
When Father God call you,
Fit FM 96.7.
you better be ready
Your life, your music.
When Father God call you, you better be ready to move.
Look how long Father God did a call you. See, do you make it devil a style you? Send all them demons, them come swarm you. Till the serpents, them want to charm you. But God twist that up like a W. Make them know no demons can trouble you. Night and day, him a guide and protect you. Father God always there for the rescue.
When Father God call you, you better be ready to move. When Father God call you, you better be ready to move.
Granny said she old, but she no cool. Cause she have Jesus in her soul. When she start jump, get out of control. Fling we walking sick, drop her gun and a roll. Christian soldiers, step from patrol. Tell all the Edens, them fi be old. Cause the man check you, cleanse you, done told. You no island of powder, coulda never hold
When
you.
Father God call you, you better be ready to move. When Father God call you, yeah, you better be ready to move. When the Spirit of God calls you, you gotta be ready to move. Yeah. 'Cause no man coming to the Father unless He calls him. It's calling out your name.
Say this trainer is heaven bound, so get on board before the hand sound. No guarantee it a go come back around, so come get a piece of what I have found. Blessing get up in a bungle and pound, make up it full up till it a overflow. Brethren, just say yes to Christ Jesus. The man done promise say he'll never leave
When
us.
Father God call you, you better be ready to move. When Father God call you, yeah, you better be ready to move. When Father God call you, you better be ready to move. When Father God call you, yeah, you better be ready to move.
Well, I tell you, alongside one Alamos. We come for make God people jump up.
You are listening to The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music.
Fit FM 96.7.
Fresh.
Your life, your music.
Fresh FM. Radio
in the name. Oh yeah. No force against me. Just stand in my way. No. No force against me. Just stand in my way. No. Yes, I walk through the valley of my foe. He showed me my enemies, 'cause I would never know. That's the reason I pray. Almighty guide me all the way. I feel me God nasty, 'cause when them come with the tricks, me not use no fist. Them get a righteous whip now. No force against me. Just stand in my way. No. No force against me. Just stand in my way. No. I know he's there for me. My Lord, protect my energy from things that I cannot foresee. Be right by my side night and day. I know I'm blessed indeed. My God covered me. Oh yeah. No force against me. Just stand in my way. No. No force against me. Just stand in my way. No. I will always be on the most high side. I never stray far from that. Might not see me in church every Sunday, just know say me pray every day to me God. Try my best to be good and ask Him to forgive all the things that bad. 'Cause I know nobody is perfect, so we have to give all the best we got. Prayer one day, keep the devil away. A prayer a day, keep the devil away. No force against me. Just stand in my way. No force against me. Just stand in my way. Cause when them come with the tricks, me never use no fist. Them get a righteous witness. No force against me. Just stand in my way. No, 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 no. No force against me. Just stand in my way. No.
That's right. No force against me shall stand in our way. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. All right. I'm glad to have you. Good evening and welcome wherever you are checking out the Wayne Hall Show right now. And I know it's a lot of places to go shout out to people, but we're going to do it, right? We're going to take this next minute and we're going to shout out everyone who's checking out the Wayne Hall Show right now. And let me start with my radio platforms. A big shout out to my listeners on Linkage Radio 101.75, 104.5 FM in New York. Want to shout out South Florida, Hype FM, Frankie Lakes and the crew. How do you do? All right. I want to say a big shout out to those listening on Clark TV Network. And if you're watching, Viscosity Blend Island Worldwide, Reggae Vibes Radio. If you're listening on Yard and watching on Yard Flow TV, EnergyRadio1.com, Fenton Troy and the crew. How are you? I want to shout you out, sir. You and your audience. YouChooseRadio.com. VJ Smiles, Ras Dougal, Kimon, the family over there. Fresh FM Radio London, Rudy Page and the crew. Big up to you. Also want to shout out everyone listening on Fit 96.7, Trelawney's Radio, your life, your music. The Wayne Hall Show coming at you every week this time. Yes, Western Jamaica, Westmoreland, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover. Yeah, man. Parts of Central Jamaica. Big up, big up, big up. Welcome. Good to Avenue. Yeah, man. And also, those watching on social media. Let me see. If you're on Restream, welcome. YouTube, Auntie P. I see you over there, you know, Auntie P. Let me see if anybody else has joined Auntie P on YouTube. Oh, my goodness. All right. I got to say a big shout out to Auntie P. Look like you are old on YouTube. All right, Auntie P. Welcome, my dear. Good to have you. And everyone else on YouTube. If you're watching on Instagram, let me see who's on Instagram right now. Cheryl Rosegreen. Welcome, Cheryl. Kamal Allen. Kamalin one. And First Lady Michelle is checking us out on IG. All right, welcome. And then, oh my goodness, I got over 30 odd people already on TikTok. Hello, everyone on TikTok, because I can't call all your names right now. But hello if you're TikToking the Wayne Hall Show this evening. Thank you so much for watching. And then I got to go over to Facebook and welcome everyone on Facebook Live that's watching us as we speak. We got a great show lined up for you. In fact, we're going to get the conversations going early tonight because we got Miss Sebrena Kelly and Miss Stacy Mollison joining us to talk about Destination Guyana Now. And they will be on shortly at 8:15, so just in a minute or so. And then at the bottom of the hour, it's Anthony Turner with the E Report, ladies and gentlemen. And that will be followed by Deborah Georges giving us and talking to us about the international cultural event, followed by Donna McLeoud, our former House representative. And we're going to have a countdown to the elections. It's less than a month, believe it or not. And I just want to do our part. We want to do our part here on the platform. And then Word of Life Ministries, Sister Blair talks to us about the Sound of Praise concert coming up. So, ladies and gentlemen, packed show, lots of great information to share, and we are happy to do that for you right here on the Wayne Hall Show. So, good evening and welcome. I hope you enjoyed that opening block of music. I sure did. Without further ado, I'm going to try and switch on over to Zoomland. Yep. And make sure you can hear my guests and my guests can hear me and all goes well. Let's see. All right. Let's go on over. Uh-oh, not that button. Uh-oh. That's not the one I want to hit now. This
My
one right
camera
here.
just
All
fell.
right. Okay. Let me put my camera on too.
Hey,
Hello
Wayne.
over there.
Hey.
How,
My,
let me just make sure Radioland can hear my trusting guest this evening. I wanna let me see how do I do this. Let's make sure. All right, because the technology has a way sometimes of playing games. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure. So, how have you been today?
Good.
running, busy,
Yeah,
a lot going on coming up for next week, and then watching the weather.
yeah. Eh,
How are you?
I'm good. I'm great, man. You know, when it comes to this time of the day on a Wednesday, I'm in a different zone. So,
Yeah.
thanks for
And
coming to
Stacy's
share that
coming
with
in
me
live
this
from
evening.
Guyana. So, hey, I'll be
You're,
there soon.
where are you?
Stacy's in
Yeah,
Guyana.
I'm in Ghana. Yay.
Stacy, you're in paradise?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. I love it. Well, good evening and welcome, ladies. And let me just position my flyer because I wanted it to be okay. It's in a good spot. It's taking a little bit of Sabrena's hair, but
That's fine.
I'm sure she won't mind. Let me
No.
shrink it just a little bit more. It's in a perfect spot. Destination Guyana. There's the flyer on the screen. Ladies, good evening and welcome. Sabrina, long time.
Yes.
Well, it's good to have you. And
I
Stacy,
know.
it's about
Yeah.
time.
Hey, Wayne.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. I know
Yeah.
you've been doing this a long time. We've done so much together. And so I commend you for always giving to our community the information that you've been doing for such a long time. I mean, we've gone through some stuff from Irie Jamboree to God knows what.
Sabrina.
That was
Oh my
something else,
gosh.
man.
Ira Jamboree. Oh my word. Listen, listen. You're
That's
touching some serious history
before
there.
before before Lady Saw went the other way.
I know. When she looked at me like she was going to call me on the stage, and I'm like, Lord,
Yeah,
don't let her, this woman bring me on the stage. She's going to be embarrassed.
of course. She won't care. Now she might
No,
just
she
make sure
was
you come
looking at
and
me.
praise with her.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Want to shout out Tracy and Clark. Welcome. Good to have you. I see you locked in and everyone else on Facebook Live. So, Sabrina, let's talk about why you're here. It might be more than one hats you're wearing tonight, but I'm gonna turn it over to you and you and Stacy to just kind of just navigate the information you brought to share with us tonight.
Yeah. Yes, well, thank you again, Wayne, for having us. I wanted to have Stacy come on and bring this information to your listeners, because as you mentioned, as you were giving your shout outs, we saw the many platforms that you have. And of course, this information they probably never heard of. So, of course, tonight we're going to tell them what's happening and what's been happening in Guyana. And of course, Stacy's a dear friend of mine, business entrepreneur, woman, you name it, she's done it here in America. And, like many people, we tend to go back home and see how we can impact our community. And that's what Stacy's done with Destination Guyana Now. This is our second conference. And I just wanted you all to see what she's been doing on the ground. It takes one brave person to go in those trenches, and dig the ditch. And this plethora of folks she's got on this platform is people. If, as I say, if you want to do business in Guyana, you're going to come across these different agencies and people. Well, she's happened to met each and every one of them, build that bridge and that trust. And now she has them on a platform where you can literally meet them, shake hands, and do business with them. So without further ado, I will let Stacy take over and give you what brought her to this place and the vision that she has.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Wayne, long time. Thank you so much for having me. Uh, so, my project is called Destination Guyana Now, not next week, not next year, now. And the reason I really started the project is because, Wayne, I don't know if you're aware of all the wonderful, amazing things that's been going on in Guyana. So Guyana is a small country in South America. We're the only English speaking country in all of South America. I don't know, I think even Caribbean people, a lot of people really even understood that. We are considered part of CARICOM. Actually, we're a founding member of CARICOM, and CARICOM headquarters is in Guyana. Another little known fact. And so Guyana recently found oil. Back in 2015, we discovered oil. We sold our first barrel of crude oil in 2019. We jumped from at the bottom of the GDP in terms of CARICOM nations. We're now number 2 in the Caribbean, just below Trinidad in terms of wealth, the growth of GDP, our GDP. We beat out the Trinidadians. So I mean the Jamaicans. Yes, Wayne. I'm making more money than I don't know.
Don't worry, we're still digging. We're still digging.
You're trying to find album.
We're still digging.
So Guyana has now moved up in terms of our wealth and GDP growth, and this is really just the beginning. We're at the beginning of maybe 20 to 50 years of that oil wealth. We've discovered it's been an enormous amount. And the thing that I continue to say to people, even for Guyanese like me, who was born in Guyana and left when I was 10 years old, it's almost like a new paradigm shift, right? We have to even re-educate the diaspora Guyanese about what the new Guyana is, what it looks like, what it represents, and what the opportunities are. For whatever reason that we came to the diaspora, you know, we came with all these preconceived notions, our past experiences, and even from a physical standpoint, from a tangible standpoint, Guyana's changed. I was saying, I was on a TV program today here in Guyana, and I said, from the time, like, people don't even realize we don't step off on the tarmac no more. Like, we upgrade. Like,
yeah. Oh, wow.
Right, we enclosed in air condition coming straight through the immigration. So just that, like I tell people, the physical, tangible outlook, the places that you thought you knew, there's new roads where you that you never even heard of now. So this the Destination Guyana Now Business and Investment Conference it really has 3 phases. That first phase is about awareness and education, which is what we started doing in the US. And now we've moved it globally from a virtual standpoint, where we're really educating people about why Guyana now. Why should you be interested in Guyana now? What is the significance? What's the importance? What's the opportunity? The second phase is the conference, which I think that people can't make an informed decision without actually coming, seeing, feeling, touching, meeting, right? So I always say that I feel like the way that they handle diaspora engagement, even from Guyana pushing out, a lot of the countries pushing out, trying to reach their people that are across the globe, it's always centered around them coming, them talking to you. But when are you now bringing people and saying, hey, come in, we want you to understand what's happening. And a lot of times with these conferences that you come to, even when you come in country, people never leave the hotel. They come to a conference, they sit down there for 3 days, they get back on the plane and they go home. They really do. So our conference is about real collaboration, engagement, and then how do we now take that into an investment, whether that's in business or whether that's in real estate or some other form of potential opportunity. And then the last piece is we want to build out that collaboration. It shouldn't stop at just the conference, but we want to try to build a community of people that we can really rally together to try to fill the gaps. Because the significant thing about Guyana is Guyana only have 800,000+ people. That's the size of DeKalb County.
What?
Guyana is the size of DeKalb County have 800,000 people. That's how many people in Guyana, right? So Guyana is large in terms of the land vastness. We're 83,000 square miles, but we really only inhabit about 20 to 30% predominantly across along the coast. So just think about that. We only have 800,000 people. I was saying to somebody yesterday, we have 800,000 people, but people think of 800,000 people of 800,000 people. No, let's back down those numbers. How many of those people are of working age between the ages of 16 and let me tell you, 55 in Guyana is old age, right? You can't get a loan. It's very difficult to get a loan after age 55 in Guyana, right?
Oh,
and so let's talk about like the working age. So if we're talking, let's say we push it to normal, what we consider normal working age is 65. How many people? 65% of our population is under 35. 65% of our population is under the age of 35. And so when we look at backing those numbers down to how many people are available to be engaged in the economy and support the workforce, let's make that half, be generous. It's 400,000. How many of those are businesses?
Yeah.
Less than 100,000, less than maybe 50,000, right? Our businesses. We do not have the manpower, just from a sheer population standpoint. No dig, it's the fact, is a reality. We are aware of it. We do not have the human capital to support what we need to have true growth and development in Guyana.
Wow.
That's why
Yes,
it's
we
Guyana
need some
Now.
peeps.
Yeah, we need plenty people. I sat in on a conference earlier this year, and the Minister of Labor, I tell people like this freaked me out because I was like, wait a minute, what? The Minister of Labor said that within the next 3 years, we just need 54,000 new people to come into Guyana. He said, absolutely. This is just for a few of the sectors, not all. He said, if we could just look at the top 5 sectors. He said, right now, we need 54,000 people.
Wow. What a thing. Human capital.
Human capital to address that. And so this is why I said this phase 2 is about that. You come to Destination Guyana Now Business and Investment Conference, you get an opportunity to meet the folks at the ministry. And I tell people my conference is a little different from other conferences in the fact that you're not going to come and see a bunch of ministers talking, all these high profile people, because who do I want to talk to? In the States, we like to get to the folks that make things happen. Like, we want to make sure we know the people that we need to get things done. So for me, it was important to get, I said, I've been to Guyana so many times, and I've never heard anyone talk to me about who runs the commercial registry. Because when I come, everybody that I'm talking to about doing business in Guyana, they got to go to the commercial registry to set up a business. So we have the deputy director of the commercial registry. Everybody that's coming back to Guyana have to get a passport updated. We got a new birth certificate. We want to get our kids their Guyana. If we have children and we were born in Guyana, they can immediately become a Guyanese citizen because they have at least one parent that was born in Guyana. We got to work on getting all our children, their new birth certificate and ID and stuff. So we have GRO, the Guyana Registrar Office, which handles that. We want to have the agencies. We have ExxonMobil, who is the driller that found the oil, and they're going to be talking to us about what they have plans, what are the things they need, what are the opportunities that may exist. And we have a couple of the ExxonMobil tier 1 suppliers where you can talk to them about what opportunities, what's the process for onboarding with us, what does that look like. So our goal is to make sure that we're addressing. Then we have businesses in non-oil sectors, because one of the wonderful things about being Guyanese is we got plenty things to offer, right? We got mining. We known for mining. Y'all know them Guyanese with all them Guyanese gold. Y'all used to that. Y'all see we come true. We got preparing and remember that back in the day.
Yeah.
And so that Guyana gold, we were known for gold, bauxite, rare earths, diamonds. Now it's uranium, lithium. Guyana is being known for. So mining was always a very big sector. Guyana used to be called the bread basket of the Caribbean because we've always been able to supply food. We grow our own food. We've been selling rice and wheat and corn and sugar. What? Demerara sugar. That's like you go to Walmart, you could buy Demerara sugar, right?
Yeah.
So Guyana is known for all these other significant industries. We're big in wood, green hardwood, that logging industry, it's huge. So we're going to be talking about all the non-oil sector. ICT is another big area as well in Guyana. So we want to have people come hear from not only the government agencies, but also meet business people who are doing things in some of the sectors, prominent business people who are doing some of these things in these sectors that have an opportunity to engage with the businesses that come in. And then we also have the U.S. Embassy. So the U.S. Embassy Commercial Service, which is the agency that's really established to support businesses that go into the global marketplace. Their Guyana office, Daniel Gaines, who supports that office, will also be participating. So we're just excited about the opportunity to have people come and engage. And more importantly, so we have those three phases, which is the awareness and education, the actual conference, coming in town, meeting with stakeholders, then the collaboration piece. And the four things that we concentrate on, which I call the four pillars, is number one, the main thing this conference is about is doing business in Guyana. What does that look like? How to do it? What is it about? Who do we need to contact? Who is interested in the things that I'm interested in? Are there opportunities for collaboration? The second thing is investing in Guyana. Maybe I don't want to start a business, but I want to invest in a business or invest in real estate. And then the third thing is actually remigration and expatriation, right? So there's tons of people who are Guyanese born who are looking to remigrate, but there's a whole nother group of people. There's a mass exodus, a lot of people trying to leave America and go other places to live. And I didn't even 3 years ago, I wasn't having this conversation. But today, this conversation is so prevalent because so many people are asking about expat opportunities. Is Guyana a good place to go live? It's not just about the opportunities, but I'm looking for some place outside of the United States that I may want to retire, or I may want to go live, or just to do something different. A lot of people are realizing now that the world, everything is global, right? So I'm saying it's not just the diaspora, the Guyanese diaspora I'm addressing, it's the and other global citizens, because I recognize that we need the entirety of the diaspora to address the needs and the gaps that we have. The Guyanese diaspora alone coming back is not going to fill that gap. So that's why I'm touching people like you and all the other organizations and people that I know that are interested in looking at global opportunities. We're super excited because we have Ricardo Bereith, who is the chair of the Atlanta Black Chamber Global Opportunities Committee. He's actually coming. I'm the regional lead for Guyana for the Atlanta Black Chamber, the Global Opportunities Committee. And Ricardo Bereith is coming to Guyana, and they're going to be signing an MOU with the Black Entrepreneurs Association of Guyana. And we're really looking forward to a collaborative engagement where we're not only sharing ideas, there's opportunities to engage and collaborate. So the Guyanese businesses are also looking for global opportunities to expand their business. Atlanta is a great market for Guyanese business. to look at. So we're looking forward to those type of collaborations as well. And the final thing about the conference is we going on the ground. When they come here, Wayne, we carrying them around, we're putting them on a bus
I
and
love it. I
shoving them.
love it. So, really and truly, what we need to be doing is reaching out to a phone number or a website so we can be a part of this. So share that
Yeah,
with us in lieu of time.
yeah.
And this is
Uh-huh.
exciting stuff.
Yeah, our website is very easy, destinationguyana.now.com. So if you visit destinationguyana.now.com, all the information about the conference, how to contact us, and how to stay engaged is on there. If you're not coming to the conference, we have these pre-conference webinars. We also have a sign-up email list where we'll send you information as well. And so we look forward to engaging with the entire diaspora community and all global citizens because we need you to come to Guyana now. It's Destination Guyana Now.
Love it. And let me tell you, I had no idea there was some of those resources, and also like the population being that small. So there's really, and with the oil, so I hope my dream of still purchasing property on the Essequibo River is still alive.
All right, come
Oh,
on, let's do it.
we have a lot of Jamaicans that live in Guyana,
Oh
Listen,
yeah,
I was
and
shocked.
likewise in Jamaica. So
When
yeah,
I was shocked that a friend of mine was doing some work in Guyana. I was telling her about an opportunity, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna post it in the Jamaicans in Guyana WhatsApp group." I said, "Oh, what?" She said, "Oh, yeah, the Jamaicans living in Guyana got a WhatsApp group." And she said, "Yes, a bunch of them, you know." I said,
see, look at
"What?"
that. All right, good deal, good deal. So, what would be our closing remarks this evening, Sebrena, Stacy?
I'll let Stacy take it away. I mean, I'll just say Stacy's pretty much told you everything for the folks who are listening who don't know this is happening. You still have time to come. If not,
Yeah,
make sure you go to the page. It has lots of resources there. Like I said, if you have any type of idea of some sort that you may want to get something started, Stacy page, that website, Destination Guyana Now, has every and anything you need. You all have our contact, but it won't be the first or the last, and we're ready for next week. And I'm excited. I have some things myself I want to do. I feel like a foreigner in my own country, but because of the work she's done, I've got my updated birth certificate. My old one was null and void,
I
and I
love
said,
it.
"Oh my God." I was shocked. And they said, throw that thing away. So I
Yeah,
started my documentation because you will need that like anything here to get that process going. And then you kind of see where you fit in. I'm in travel, I'm looking at that and some other things and land on my own for my own self. So next week will be so impactful, but it will be rewarding. And then at least you have a blueprint to say, hey, she's given us this. Now is the next step, as she stated, is to pretty much implement and execute all of those resources.
yeah,
awesome. Well, the Wayne
yeah.
Hall Show totally, truly applauds this and says to everyone listening, please weigh in on this. Explore your opportunities. I already had a light bulb went off. I'll get with you, Stacy.
Yeah,
All right?
I missed something, Wayne. I wanted to shout out Malik Yoba, the actor
Yeah.
who is now, yes, Malik is coming. He's going to be a featured speaker at our conference. Look, for years, y'all got to claim him. People thought he was Jamaican. Even
He's
he
Ghanaian.
thought he was Jamaican. He find out after a long time that he had the wrong information. His mother corrected me, really Guyanese, so we taking him back. Y'all can't claim him. All y'all have
Come
is
on now,
cool
ladies. Come on
movie.
now.
Yeah, I just had the cool
Leave the
remnant movie,
Jamaican
but the
men where they
man
belong.
You start
really
the
Please calm
from
down
argument,
now.
Wayne.
Guyana. So we can't,
Really?
I tell him we got to come to
Y'all stole
Guyana and we
Malik
got to teach
Yoba?
him his Guyana flag. So
He said it.
we got to indoctrinate him. So I'm so
I
excited.
can't believe you stole Malik. Come
He's
on now.
coming to Guyana and we're looking forward to him being at the
Okay.
conference. Such
Kudos to that.
excitement about him
that's a
coming.
great one
So
to be a part
thank
of
you,
it.
Wayne.
All right. Awesomeness. Love it. Well, thank you, ladies. Sebrena, as I said, long time. Good to see you again. Stacy, it was about time, but a good time, the right time. And so, good luck. And
Mhm.
please just stay in touch. If there's anything else you need, the Wayne Hall Show is always here, okay?
All
Yes,
right,
thank
thank
you,
you.
You have
Wayne.
a great rest
Good
of the
night.
evening.
You
Bye bye.
too. Good night.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Let me. Um, oh, there I am, still in Zoom land by myself. They're gone. I'm silly. All right, but then I'm gonna come right back over to my original me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after this. Introducing E&W Shipping for all your shipping needs to Jamaica from Atlanta. E&W Shipping is conveniently located at 5002 North Royal Atlanta Drive, Suite L in Tucker, Georgia. They are known as the best when it comes to ship and clear. That's right, ship and have it cleared hassle-free. For ship and clear, a TRN number is required for security purposes. E&W Shipping also offers the fastest way to ship to the Caribbean. Logistics you can count on, people you can trust, picking up your shipment, and a 30% discount for returning residents. Telephone 770-524-8663 to receive your quote and schedule your pickup. Visit their website at www.enwshipping.com. It's E&W Shipping, fulfilling all your export needs. Yes, yes, indeed. E&W Shipping, fulfilling all your needs from Atlanta. And there's more to come on E&W Shipping. Want to shout out those on Instagram, those on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok. Now you're hearing me on TikTok. Thank you, Ashley Ire. Big up. Thank you for pointing out you had a little sound issue over there at TikTok. But I'm pretty sure everybody else is hearing me. I'm not getting any complaints. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There was no echoing on that Zoom, was there? Yep. I was up till like 2 in the morning figuring out that one, boy. You can give me my sound engineer title now. Tracy and Clark, how are you? I see Sebrena on the live. Andrea Brown McNeish, hello and welcome. Alderine Foot, Caribbean Life in the house. George Prophet, big up yourself, you know. All right. And let me see. Auntie P's over there and holding it down. On YouTube and let me see Instagram. Do we have anyone? Okay, Cheryl Rose Green, Kamalan, Miss First Lady, Tyrone Byfield, Gorgeous Debs, Ashley Ire, and the Voice of the Caribbean, all tuned in to the Wayne Hall Show on Instagram. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to shout out those on Linkage Radio, Hype FM, Clark TV Network, Island Worldwide, Reggae Vibes Radio, Yard Flow TV, Energy Radio 1, YouTchooseRadio.com, Fresh FM Radio, London, Fit 96.7 FM, Trelawney's Radio, Your Life, Your Music down there in beautiful Jamaica. And everyone watching on Restream, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, hello and welcome. We're going to play one more and then get to our... well, you know what? Let's just go on over to our next guest because I tell you, I'm going to just let my guest get ready and we listen to a little bit of Ashley Ire and Imran Shepherd, Cycles of Life. A big tune.
Hey Wayne, how are you? Long time no see.
Rain and sunshine, moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. And come rain and then
Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, my guest is ready. And so I'm going to go on over and say good evening and welcome. How are you? Yes, go ahead. I'm with you now.
Hi, good evening, Wayne. How are you?
I am well. How are you doing?
I am awesome, Wayne.
Nice, 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 nice. Yes. Is this it's your first time on the Wayne Hall Show?
I think this is the second time.
Okay.
It has been a long, long time, Wayne. So
Well, welcome, and it's good to have you. And I see we're going to be talking. Tell us a little bit about you, though. Because, I go to all these events in the community. You're prominent. You're with the Antiguan Association, right? So many hats. So, is JC Sebastian one of your guests as well?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's actually the mayor pro tem of South Fulton.
Okay. Joining us right now. I'll just let him in. So, good. Welcome, sir.
Hey, sir. Good evening. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Welcome to the Wayne Hall Show. It's good to have you.
Good. Glad to be here. Glad to be here, brother. I'm glad that I can get a chance to at least meet you virtually.
There you go. It's the start.
Yes.
And so, all right, Deb. So here's the thing. Tell us about you, introduce your guest, and then we'll talk about the flyer that's in the top right hand corner of your screen. Well, top left hand corner for the audience. So, yeah.
Okay, definitely, Wayne. Well, I was a past vice president of the Antigua Association of Georgia, and I work a lot here in the community. I'm a member of the Georgia Caribbean Heritage Coalition. I Most recently, that I put on the monthly forums for Georgia Caribbean votes. So I wear many hats. And if I had forgotten to say Wayne, I'm an Antiguan, born and bred, proud Antiguan. My guest today is JC Sebastian. He also is a proud Antiguan. He's actually the mayor pro tem in the city of South Fulton. He's the councilman, JC Sebastian.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that and welcome. And it's a great reason that you're here tonight on the Wayne Hall Show. The city of South Fulton and Mayor Pro Tempore J.C. Sebastian is presenting an international cultural festival.
Yes, Wayne, big sun to go on in South Fulton.
I see that. And I've been to South Fulton a couple of times, for live streaming and stuff. So I know it's happening down there. So do tell. Saturday, October 19th. So when we say International Cultural Festival, what can we expect?
International Wayne. We have artists from Asia. We have Caribbean. We have saxophone player. It's an variety international show. It's a show from all the Caribbean and the rest of the world too. We have an international singer. His name is David Rector. This is the first time he is singing here in Georgia, in the U.S. As a matter of fact, Papa Excite and Kenny Blessing. They
Yes.
also performing. We have Asian singers from the Little Lighthouse. They're coming to sing, and we have some Asian performers. We have our local quadrille dancers from the VI also dancing. We are going to have a parade of international dresses from around the world, Wayne. You have to come see. Plus, we have an entire carnival for the kids.
Man, that sounds awesome, though.
And Jamaica is represented there too. We have a booth. We have booths from also around the country. Represented Antigua is represented, Jamaica is represented, Trinidad, and a lot more.
Well, you're a Jamaican, and you just don't know it.
Always, Wade. You and I have always been at it.
This is the most awesome. We won't tell the audience, but ladies and gentlemen, if you ever knew our history and how we actually got to know each other, you would go, what?
Yes, Wayne and I are always battling.
Yes. And the outcome has been totally positive. So, yeah, but that looks great, man. Looks like a lot of good stuff. So, I see it's a free event?
Yes, it
The free-
is.
there's-
You
there's-
want to
there's-
talk about that?
That is awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna support District 4 of city of South Fulton on October 19th. All right, we're gonna go show some love. We got some of our own favorite performers in the community, big international artists giving of their time at this event. And, you know, this is the kind of stuff that we all applaud when we see it. And I really hope anything to do with culture, man, and family is always a great thing.
And Wayne, this is all brought to you by Councilman JC Sebastian. You want to say something, JC?
Absolutely. Please, sir.
Yeah,
Floor
thank
is
you.
yours.
Well, first of all, let me say this, that I might be known as a Jam Tegan too. I don't know, because years ago when I actually started,
Yeah, go
they
ahead.
me that you know, they say, "Nah, man, you're not from foreign, man. We can tell the village you're from." So, so I had a hard time convincing some Jamaicans that I was not actually Jamaican. So I've been to Jamaica like 3 times, I think, and I probably due to go back soon. But however,
Yeah.
you know, I had this festival in mind to put on even before some of the recent things that, you know, show up in the media and so on, where, you know, certain people seem to be they're trying to play us against each other. And so I'm really looking forward to this, because nothing is more beautiful than a lot of people from a lot of different places coming together and sharing an afternoon and an evening around, you know, around entertainment, music, culture, history, art, and food, right? You know, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward, sir. You've been around Deb long enough, so I'm sure you've had a taste of our Antigua and Dokuna. If not, you need to sample some. Yeah, it will change your life. Okay, so I'm hoping that people will really come and not just stick to what they know, but also feel free to experiment a little bit, you know. And so that's what this is all about. And honestly, I I did not know that the atmosphere was going to be what it is now across the country. But what better place to start the bringing together and to coming together of everyone in one place than in the city of South Fulton, where we are highly majority African American, over 90%, right? And so we are a large city. We are the second largest city in Fulton County, outside of Atlanta. I don't know if people even realize that. We are geographically larger than Sandy Springs, and we are more populated than Sandy Springs, right? So again, I look forward to seeing everyone. And, you know, I'm trying to tell the team, let's do all the work up ahead, because on the 19th when we come, I just want people to be in a relaxed environment and just...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And what's the time frame again? From 3?
We're starting at 2:30. And we're gonna go as long as we feel like, because it's our park, and nobody's gonna lock it on us. But we would love to get out there at a decent time. You know, if the show ends at 8:30, you know, we're good. But we have a whole afternoon and into the evening set of entertainment that I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy.
Awesome.
And Wayne, we're inviting you to come out, bring your family, and come and enjoy with us.
Absolutely. I accept. I accept.
Awesome. Looking.
All right. I know I got to look at the agenda though, but I do accept the invitation.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the International Cultural Festival, Saturday, October 19th, 2024, 3 p.m., Wilkerson Mill Park, 1895 Wilkerson Mill Road in South Fulton, Georgia. Go on out from about 2:30 and just hang out and have a good time, courtesy of the City of South Fulton and Mayor Pro Tempore J.C. Sebastian. The man is Antiguan, Miss Debs is they're Jam
Born and
I
bred.
pronounce them Jam They're certified artists too. All right.
As we say, Antigua we come from.
Antigua you
Yes.
come from. But
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? We look forward to this. It's going to be a great coming together of the cultures and the islands, and also our native country here that we live in, the Americans, right? And they're in
And
fact, so
you know
looking
what,
forward to that as well.
Let me say one last thing. We have 30 seconds.
Yes.
I insisted with our team as we're putting this together is that the American culture is not getting left behind. So we have made room. We've made room because at the end of the day, we all live here and we're all Americans, even though
Absolutely.
So this is not just about other places as well. It's also about celebrating America and celebrating what we know here America to be for us.
Love it. Love it. Thank you,
All right.
lady and the gentleman. You have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for what you're doing for our culture.
All right, Wayne.
All
God
the
bless.
best. All right. All right,
Blessing.
ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after this.
Introducing E&W Shipping for all your shipping needs to Jamaica from Atlanta. E&W Shipping is conveniently located at 5002 North Royal Atlanta Drive, Suite L in Tucker, Georgia. They are known as the best when it comes to ship and clear. That's right, ship and have it cleared hassle-free. For ship and clear, a TRN number is required for security purposes. E&W Shipping also offers the fastest way to ship to the Caribbean. Logistics you can count on. People you can trust. Picking up your shipment and a 30% discount for returning residents. Telephone 770-524-8663 to receive your quote and schedule your pickup. Visit their website at www.enwshipping.com. It's E&W Shipping, fulfilling all your export needs.
Income rain, then sunshine, moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Income rain, and then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. When will I ever really find a king I can trust and depend on? That's how I felt for the longest it seemed. Got so sick of being broken down. Then one day, Jaja bring you my way. After all the long nights alone, it was when I finally let go and put more action in the faith of none. So can't look down, not to stay up, even when reality seems so rough. Don't let the past become the present. Live in the now and learn from the lessons. Income rain, then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Income rain, and then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Every time, all the time, all the time. Every time, every time.
High times, low times, got to plant that seed of love. Fresh, take your clothes, let it show. It makes me wanna hold you close.
Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
My everything. One leap of dark when say you find the right thing. So I'm here confirming. Love you from my heart, girl. Whoa. You always in my thoughts, yeah. Whoa. You know we're blessed by God.
Income rain, then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep the balance in line. Income rain, then sunshine, moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep the balance in line. Every time, all the time, all the time. Every time, ooh, ay, but another day, another dollar to make. Money on my mind, I got no time to waste. Putting in the work, trust the road that I take. 'Cause Jaja never give me more than what's meant for me. Yeah, oh, more than what's meant for me.
That's right, the sound of Ashley Ire and Imar Shepherd, Cycles of Life. Big tune that I saw them perform right here in the ATL. The first time they ever performed that song together was right here at the Mikey Sparkle Family Fun Day over there in Lithonia Amphitheater. I want to say a big shout out to Christine Rendell. Not just a big shout out, a massive Shout out to Christine Rendell. Big up yourself. I didn't see you earlier. I see you now. All right. Thank you for coming through. And we're back on Facebook this week. But I don't want to tell you what I've been through to be on Facebook this week. I don't think they like me sharing TikTok on YouTube on my page. Okay. So I got in some trouble, but I think I'm out of the doghouse now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again to everyone who's locked into the Wayne Hall Show. As you know, elections are around the corner in the United States. And even when we say consequential, that is an understatement. That's a true understatement when we say the elections are consequential. They are crucial. And I want us to just stay woke until election. And let me tell you, I'm happy to, I should wait until Donna comes on to tell her my good news that I discovered. But I want to shout out everyone on TikTok, everyone on Instagram. I see we got some more folks on Instagram. Welcome. And on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in everywhere. Also on my radio platforms, Linkage in New York, Hype FM South Florida, Frankie Lex and the crew, Clark TV Network, Viscosity Blend, Island Worldwide, Reggae Vibes Radio, EnergyRadio1.com, based out of New York, but all over the world. And You Choose Radio, right here in the ATL, YouTooseRadio.com. VJ Smiles is up next on You Choose Radio, ladies and gentlemen, after the Wayne Hall Show with another big night. You got to check him out at 10 p.m. All right, without further ado, I'm going to hand over to my guest, Miss Donna McLeoud, and let me take that flyer out of her way. But you know what, Donna, as you get settled, let me do something real quick because you sent me a flyer real late, and I'm going to try and pull it up for you right now and have it on the screen. So got to put the technology to work while you get ready over there. So let me see. Yes, here it is. And okay, there it is, big on our screen. Let me make it small. I'm going to put it between us right there so the audience can see it. And, that's why you come to the Wayne Hall Show. There we go. I'll pop that up later. But for right now, I want to say good evening and welcome. Donna, how are you?
I am wonderful. And yourself?
I love your backdrop. Oh, I'm good. Thanks. I like the backdrop, man.
Well, thank you.
Yes. So
I actually created it. I actually created my backdrop.
I love it. I love it. Love it.
Love it. Yes.
Yeah. Now, let me share my good news. So, we had to register to vote. And even though my youngest, who is a high school senior, is still 17, boy, were we happy to find out. My elder, my 22, soon 23-year-old, sent me a text saying, look, Daddy, a screenshot. Shalane, the baby, is capable of voting. I said, what? So when I read into it, 17 and a half.
17 and a half.
Yes. I hope, oh my gosh, it's a little late now. But I hope people realize that all the 17 and a half-year-olds can vote. I didn't know.
No. 17 and a half can't vote. But if they're going to be 18, yes, they can register to vote as long as on or before November 5th, they will be 18, they will be able to vote. Okay. But they can get registered at 17 and a half.
Okay. All righty. Beautiful. Well, we were happy to register her, man. We were.
Oh, this is fantastic. And yes. She will be truly blessed to do it for the first time. I think that in this country, people need to understand that, especially people of color, Black people, women, do not have a right to vote. We have the ability to vote. The only people with a right to vote are white men that own land. That's in the Constitution. And I recommend people read that Constitution. It's a pretty interesting document.
Isn't that something, though? The only people with the right to vote.
The only ones are white men that own land, and 2/3 of Congress can actually change. All of us that were amended to the Constitution with the 15th and 19th and the 26th Amendment.
Wow.
Just so people are clear.
Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, the reason Miss Donna McLeoud, by the way, is our former House representative for District 105 here in the state of Georgia. Hardcore, down to earth, ting-a-ling-a-ling, loving Jamaican.
Yeah, the first Jamaican to serve there.
Right.
I've actually born in Jamaica. Yeah.
Right. And so we couldn't ask for a better guest to just come on and just help us stay focused on how important it is to vote. So, Donna, at this point, I know the great politician you are. You got what you got ready to say and share with us tonight. And
I just want to show you this too.
Stay woke. See? Help us stay woke. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Stay woke.
So, go ahead. You want to start?
No, I'm just saying, go ahead and do share with us tonight. Some of the, I could try to just ask some questions, but I'm pretty sure you got something you could just share with us.
I do.
Because it's really important. And I'm not even going to touch the Project 25. I'll let you do that.
So let me start by saying one of the things that we were focused on in the last month, actually since probably the onset of spring, is just making sure that people got onto the Secretary of State website and checked their voter registration status. So we talk about registering people to vote. The deadline was on Monday. So that was the last day to register to vote in this election. But anyone living in the state of Georgia know that there's always shenanigans going on, right? So
yes.
they had rolled off people off the voter roll, people that really, just because they hadn't voted in maybe a cycle or two, or somebody challenged their vote and said that they don't believe that person is this person. And if the board went along with it, your vote would, your name would be taken off the voter roll. So we spent a lot of time just urging people to check their voter registration at iwillvote.com, check to make sure they're still registered. I don't care if you had voted 10 years in a row and never missed one, you still have to check your voter registration status. And then we wanted to make sure that we got the young people registered to vote, right? Just like your girls, your youngest daughter, those voters will be impactful in this election. And this is the future we're talking about. So they have a lot at stake. Young people that are just finishing high school. And so we also focused on getting voter registration drives done in the high schools as well, and urging adults who might have just moved into the state to make sure that they were registered to vote. So that was the first and most important part for our leg of the journey. Of course, our VP entered the race back in July because then President Biden stepped away from running. So it's been a whirlwind. And so those of us on the ground we had to pull up and push out. We couldn't sit back and wait because there's no do-overs in this one. I know you were talking about how critical this election is, and it is the most fundamentally, this election is fundamentally going to decide if this country remains a republic. And what I mean by a republic is the country, a republic means that the people of the United States of America that can vote is the government, right? You don't exist in a vacuum. You exist collectively. You are the government. It's a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And so as a government of the people and by the people and for the people, you have to participate or else it won't work. And let me tell you this again, it is important that you get out there and vote, because people always come to me and say, oh, I'm not in politics. And you say, are you going to vote? They say, I'm not in politics. And I'm like, okay, but politics is in you, because you get a birth certificate and you'll get a death certificate. And everything in between, politics plays a part, right? Because at the end of the day, it's who you elect to sit at the table that will spend your tax dollars, and will they provide the services you need with that money so we collectively can live a decent life. That's the reason why we collect dollars. If you want to become a person in business, that's fantastic. I urge everyone who's an entrepreneur, because competition is great. I think people should get things. But remember, even if you're opening a business, You need to go to the Secretary of State to get your business license. So again, when you tell me you're not in politics, all day long you're in politics, because even the very home you live in is zoned by your local government. You wouldn't have your home if it wasn't zoned to become a home. So I just want people to understand how government actually plays a part in their day-to-day life. The fact that you ride a road and the road is paved, that is actually government, right? And it's governance, and it's how we use your tax dollars on your behalf. So we're talking about how critical this election is. This country I mentioned earlier is a republic. That means that the people are the government. In order for the people's voice to be heard, we include a thing called representative democracy. That means that you have to vote in order for your government to work. There's a piece of document out there called Project 2025.
Yes.
It's about 900 pages long, and I've actually spoken this quite a bit. And literally, it will try to change the republic into a dictatorship. What they want to do is to basically put power underneath the executive branch. And those of you out there, I know you know your civics, there's 3 branches of government. There's the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. Each of those branches in the United States of America actually function independent of each other. They're supposed to create checks and balances to each other. Well, that's not what Project 2025 is. Project 2025, I don't care what nobody tells me, oh, it's not about Trump. His name is mentioned 300 times in this document, okay? J.D. Vance is vice presidential pick, actually did the foreword to the manifesto. So you can't tell me.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Vance did the
forward to the manifesto.
Okay.
Okay. So they can just take that little thought and say, oh, it's not about him. That's a complete lie. So the end of what this document basically says is they're gonna put like FEMA. Actually, they're gonna basically source that out. FEMA and the all of those agencies that give us facts and data to somebody with money. But they're gonna bring like the DOJ, the FEC, all under the presidency. Oh, and the DOJ under the presidency. Let me explain to folks how critical that is. So there's this law called the Civil Rights. There's a Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Well, they were enforced by the DOJ, right? So if this DOJ is under the so-called president who thinks that your life is not worth even considering and your complaint shouldn't even be valid, guess what? It won't be heard. Oh, and then they say
what happened with the man the other day, that the 6 justices voted to execute.
Exactly. So I just want people to understand, some of us, we get to the comfort level where we think life is really good and, I'm not worried about nothing. That's somebody else's problem. No, first they come for someone, then they come for another, but then eventually they'll come for you. And so you got to remember just how important it is to know what is going on. The Project 2025 is completely wants the woman to be back in the kitchen and barefoot and pregnant, right? That's pretty much how they see women, and that the fact that we've gained any kind of independence to them is sacrilegious. It's against all of what is humanly things. So somehow women shouldn't have a voice. Okay, let me just say, as a black woman, we've been running the show for a long time, and we know what leadership looks like. We know our grandmothers. We know what they did. I know my grandmother, who was a higgler in the market. I know that her earnings bought the house in Tivoli Garden that all of her grandchildren were left in when her children went abroad to New York, to the States and England, and she had to be the one to look after them in that house. So I know just the importance of making sure that women that can stand up and fight and stand up for their kids. There's no way I think that a woman should act like she's better than her husband, but understand that that is a demand that we must have the respect and that we contribute to society. So to think that these Neanderthals, and yes, I'm going off because it's really irritating me. These Neanderthals think that women shouldn't have any right to basically make their own decisions on their own bodies. I am so grateful that I've been able to make my own decisions on my own body. Yes, I'm a mom and I'm a grandmother now, but I made decisions on my body to make sure that I could feed them along the way. And again, the Neanderthals that think that we're going to go backwards with them is crazy. Yeah, bad shit crazy. I do not have time for foolishness. Okay?
That's right, Dada. You said it aptly, my dear.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and that's the meat of the matter right there. This is all why I want to share with my audience how important it is that we stay woke, understand the implications, know who we're dealing with, and understand the objectives they have on hand. They, you know, in behavior world, Donna, we would say the function of their behavior, because it's all fun and games until you understand the function of someone's behavior, and that manifesto that you just outlined is somebody just saying, here's the function of my behavior. These are the things I'm going to do despite the way I talk to you. These are the things I'm going to do in spite of the way I look to you or sound to you. So stay woke. I like that. I like the stay woke. We got to stay awake, ladies and gentlemen, and we got to vote. It's all good to rally behind Kamala. She did her part in the debate and the Democratic Party. But sometimes it's not even who you're voting for alone. It's how important it is not to elect a certain kind of person and a certain kind of philosophy. And so I hope that message is resonating very strong. Now, Donna, if you don't mind, I'd really like to highlight your flyer. Did you have anything else to say before we get to the flyer?
So I want to point out that early voting is starting in the state of Georgia next Tuesday on the 15th of October.
On the 15th.
15th starts early voting until November the 1st. So there's plenty. And by the way, it is open all week long from Mondays to Sundays for the whole 3 weeks. So I would like you to go to iwillvote.com. That is iwillvote.com. It will take you directly. Once you say, check my voter registration or whatever, it'll take you directly to the Georgia's Secretary of State website. You're going to put your first initial, your last name, your date of birth, and the county you're registered in. Your stuff is going to come up. You'll be able to find where your early voting locations are in each of your counties. You will also be able to find a sample ballot. So you can fill that sample ballot out and actually bring it with you. There are questions on those ballots. So it's not just the races themselves. I need people to go down the ballot, answer the questions, and vote for the people you want in each of those offices. There's not just the presidential races. There's also your elected official at the state level, and some might have some at the county level. But there's also ballot questions that are going to be in there that will fundamentally change the Georgia Constitution on taxation and exemption. So please, please read those ballots. Again, iwillvote.com. That's iwillvote.com. Make sure you check that out and get your information to make those plans to vote, right? It's all about the plan to vote. And yes, it's not just about two individuals that are running. It's about fundamentally how we want to see this country move forward. Fundamentally, is it going to remain a republic, or is it going to be some kind of autocracy or dictatorship? I ain't staying around for that, I can tell you that much. So I'm asking you and all of us together to make sure that we vote for the future of this country, for the way we move to this country to be a part of it. Let's stay together. And again, knowledge is powerful, but the vote is the most powerful thing we give to each other. And Miyadi, I'm gonna chat real straight to know. If we not do this, we can't just take this country and take a ranking ass back at Jamaica or to Guyana or wherever you come from, Trinidad, because this not gonna be in a place of honor. That's all I tell you.
I wasn't expecting that. But Donna, question again.
Yes.
Before we even get to the flyer, we still got about 5 minutes or so. But if we're having trouble with voting, something to do with our registration or location, we're in the wrong place, all that. To avoid just total frustration, is this website good for that too?
No. There is there's a 888 number, and let me just quickly grab that number for you. Give me one second.
Sometimes people find out last minute there was a rezoning or something happened, and
absolutely. So there is so let me just get this. So I would go. I'm going to give this number. It is called the
So we have
So it's 1-888 730 5816, and it's the Georgia Voter Protection Hotline. That's 1-888 730 5816, the Georgia Voter Protection Hotline. That is if you encounter any problem. And if you run into a problem, at least, and it's the last day, that's why I don't like people leaving for the last day to vote. You can always grab a provisional ballot. It might not have everything you want on it. It might not have your specific folks that are in your area, but you can still request a ballot even if you went to the wrong place. But please go to iwillvote.com. It will tell you your polling location that you would vote at on election day. Early voting locations are different from your election day polling location. Election day polling location is usually a church or a school, but the early voting, there's like 10, in most counties, there's about 10 sites, and you can go in any of those sites and actually vote. Any of those sites, it doesn't have to be in your district. Any of those polling locations, you can go and get your early voting on. And again, early voting starts on October the 15th.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for that. So the number, save this number, ladies and gentlemen, 888-730-5816, the Georgia Voter Protection Hotline, in case you're having issues with them saying, well, this is not where you vote, or you can't vote here for whatever reason, and all that, okay? So just letting you know. There you have it. Okay, now, Donna, let me go to the flyer, and let me put my little technology at work here. Drop it right between us there. And I see you have cocktails and conversation coming up. Tell us about that real quick.
So last month, the acting secretary for HUD was met with the Caribbean community, and while we were meeting with her, she was there as a surrogate for the Harris Walls campaign. But while there was a lot of questions that was being asked, and she said she would be willing to come back to meet with our community and talk about stuff like directly about HUD, which is the Housing Urban Development Administration. And so, a woman of her word, she has agreed to come back. And so we are going to be meeting with her on the 16th of October. It is an RSVP required. So it's RSVP at vivo360inc.com. But we do require RSVP because it is going to be at somebody's personal home.
Oh, was I supposed to share this? Maybe not.
It's okay. It's good for people to know as well. But just so that know that, the administration is out there also making sure that our community have information it needs as well. Information is key, right, to everything. And I think it's important that, especially the Caribbean community is growing so much in the metro Atlanta area. In fact, Jamaicans are actually the third largest immigrant group in the state of Georgia.
Wow. Okay then.
Yes, so
All
we're
right. Well,
and the Caribbean at large is a pretty large party, including everybody from the Caribbean diaspora. We're a pretty large group. So I just again, everyone, we want to the people that are willing to come and talk to us. Those are the people we need to be supporting. And it's not about just because somebody's Black or just because they're a Democrat. It's about who shows up and shows you that they care about your vote. And if you ask anyone that has lived in my district, I don't talk. I walk the walk and I do what needs to be done. I come and I ask people for their vote. I come to the door. In fact, Wayne was one of my constituent. I actually he lived in District 105, and I've always been respectful of the vote, respectful of the people and their vote. I've always asked. I don't think you with the vote is something that people are given based on the fact that they think that you'd be the best person to be their voice. And so it's important to treat people with the respect with their vote. And so I never take it for granted. And that is what I want from anyone who's asking me for my vote, is to show me enough respect. And I say this a lot. Enough respect is not a slogan. It is a way of life.
Thank you. Enough respect, Donna.
Enough respect.
And kudos to you, your accomplishments, and your continued hard work.
Thank you.
For the betterment of your people, your community, your neighbors, and everything.
Thank you.
Right? And so, thank you for your time tonight.
You're welcome.
Next week at 9 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. And Donna will have another great bit of information and stuff to share with us. It's 900 pages. I'm sure she's gonna find something else.
Oh yes. Oh, there's more. We'll take it in chunks. I mean, we still got a few more weeks, but we've agreed that we would try at least 2 more times before this election. And I think it's important for our folks to hear the facts. If you don't want to read this document, I promise you what I'm telling you is the truth about the document. And I want you just to understand what is at stake, and it's a lot at stake. We cannot sit back. There is no do-overs. It's time to get moving. It's time to make a plan. No do-overs. You're a teacher. You know, that's it. Don't wake up on the 7th and on the 6th of November and look crazy. No, I don't like looking crazy.
First Lady Michelle says the way you when you went totally Jamaican a while ago, that was well said. So I'll leave with that.
Thank you, Thank you, Michelle. You're awesome. We were just talking about you guys as a couple. You guys are just fantastic, and we love you.
Thank you, man. We appreciate
it. Okay,
you.
take care.
Take care. All
Bye-bye.
Right. We'll be back after this.
Introducing E&W Shipping for all your shipping needs to Jamaica from Atlanta. E&W Shipping is conveniently located at 5002 North Royal Atlanta Drive, Suite L in Tucker, Georgia. They are known as the best when it comes to ship and clear. That's right, ship and have it cleared hassle-free. For ship and clear, a TRN number is required for security purposes. E&W Shipping also offers the fastest way to ship to the Caribbean. Logistics you can count on, people you can trust, picking up your shipment, and a 30% discount for returning residents. Telephone 770-524-8663 to receive your quote and schedule your pickup. Visit their website at www.enwshipping.com. It's E&W Shipping, fulfilling all your export needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a busy night. The information is a lot. We had a great mix of music to get into the show tonight, but boy, the information has taken over. But I tell you what, we're going to have some music to wrap it up tonight. I promise you, after all this information, we're going to have some music to get us out of here, okay? All right. Now, we're going to have... I just want to shout out everybody again on all the platforms. If you're listening to my voice, if you're watching, please know I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Wayne Hall Show this evening, okay? And we're totally delighted to have you. All right. Our next guests are going to talk about a concert happening on the 12th. And that's in 3 days. And I hope you're buying your tickets, okay? I hope you are buying your tickets. Yes. Let me go find the flyer on the other page. Let's see. Oh, I need to talk about that before I'm done. But let's see. That's not the flyer I want is this one. And not that one. There it is on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The Sounds of Praise concert. Right? And so I want to make sure everyone knows about this. Okay? Yes. I need you all to be in on this. Yeah, and it's happening at the Word of Life International Church of God, and that's in Tucker. All right, so I want you all to be there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I go to my guests, I want to play for you from one of my guests who's gonna be on tonight. Okay. And she probably don't even know I could play this. It's I tell you what it is. Let's see here. All right, stand by. I'm gonna try and make something work, make a little magic happen here on the Wayne Hall Show right now with Miss John Sebastian, one of our guests coming on. Let's see here. Okay. Here we go. Because we are the Wayne Hall Show. We're gonna make this happen, right?
Words, and he does just what he said he'll do. You know the plans you have for me, plans of peace and prosperity. God, this day I pray, make me what you want me to be. Weave the fabric of my life. Whoa, please hear my prayer. Weave the fabric of my life. Bless your name, oh God. Lord, here I am. Here I am. Take all of me. All of me. I'm desperate, Lord, for more of you. So what displeases you, take away from me. Weave the fabric of my life. Whoa, please hear my prayer. Weave the fabric of my life. God, here I am. Here I am. Take all of me. All of me. I'm desperate, Lord. Ooh, for more of you. So what displeases you, take away from me. Weave the fabric of my life. Oh Lord, please hear my prayer. Weave the fabric of my life. Oh, and purge me, Lord. Yeah, yeah. From selfishness and pride. Purge me, Lord. God, have your way and let your will be done in my life. And here I am, Lord, and this is my prayer. Make me what you want me to be. But oh my God, weave the fabric of my life. Whoa, please hear my prayer. Weave the fabric of my life. Oh yes, and purge me, Lord. Yeah. foolishness and pride.
Purge me,
Oh, my Lord, let your will be done in my life. And here I am, Lord, and this is my prayer.
Oh my goodness. So you all know. Let me stop because I'll just play Miss John Sebastian all night, all right? Let me go on over and say good evening and welcome. Be sure to unmute. Thank you. And how are you doing this evening?
Good evening. I'm doing well, and you?
I am doing fantastic, man. You heard that? Did y'all hear that? Oh, come on now.
I didn't even know you had that.
Look here.
Hear it. I wasn't hearing much, but I kind of got a little feel.
You were able to hear it, Joan?
Just a little bit of it, but yeah, I wrote the song, so yes. I didn't even know you had
You
it.
wrote
Thank
the song,
you.
you sung it.
Yes,
That was
yes.
at Atlanta Bless. I got
Oh,
clips of you.
okay.
I got
Yes.
clips of you. Come
Oh,
on, man.
wow.
I went into the archive for that.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so
But
very much.
please know, all we need to hear now is where is she performing? When? What time again? Thank you for that. All right. So welcome,
Thank you.
Minister Joan Sebastian and Sister Victoria Blair from
Yes.
the Word of Life International Church at 4881
Lord.
Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker.
Yes.
Gosh, I know the address by heart now. That's so. And
Yes.
that will be, let me find your flyer here. I know I have it somewhere, Word of Life. There it is. Yep. Right there on your screen. I could move it over a little bit as well. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm clicking on yeah, there we go. So, yeah, but the audience can now see what we're talking about. So, do share with us.
Well, good evening again, and thank you so much for having us tonight. It's just a pleasure to be here, and to God be the glory, and Word of Life International Church of God, located at 4881 Lawrenceville Highway, a growing, thriving church under the leadership of Reverend Kenneth Hansen and Lady Nicole Hansen, and the great leadership team that is there, presents Sounds of Praise Concert 2024. And all roads leads to 4881 Lawrenceville Highway this Saturday, the 12th of October at 6 p.m. sharp. And we will be opening the doors at 4 p.m. because we have refreshments on sale. People can meet and greet and just take time out to say hello and, be ready for 6 p.m. sharp. So to God be the glory for all of that, and it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful night. We've been praying and we believe that God is going to move in a special and an awesome and a spectacular way. So, before I go back into the lineup of artists, I'll just hand it over to Sister Joan Sebastian, one of our special artists for the night.
Well, I am excited about this event. I just want everyone to come expecting great things. Come be on time because you don't want to miss any part of this event. Come expecting to be blessed. And not only for yourself, but bring someone with you. Just tell everyone you know and just share the flyer. Don't forget to get your ticket. It's going to be great.
Amen.
There you go. There you go. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, she is a powerful minister. She is top shelf worship time. You hear me? She's got range. Versatile. But let me tell you, okay? I've invited this, I've introduced this lady on stage enough times to tell you that she's gonna leave you with an anointing, and you gotta be there. All right.
Amen.
So we look forward to your performance as well, and your ministry. I like to say ministry.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I like that too. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. So tell us who else is going to be on.
Well, on Saturday, we will have the wonderful evangelist Bridget Blucher, is a woman of God who ministers also, not just sing. She ministers, and that's what we love. Along with her and Minister Joan Sebastian, we have the one and only Marlon Anderson, Brother Paul, all the way out of Jamaica, coming to minister and just to, set the place ablaze. It's going to be an awesome night, a night to remember. So wherever you are located in Georgia, please head over to 4881 Lawrenceville Highway this Saturday, October 12th at 6 p.m. and hear these wonderful ministers. Last but not least, we have the wonderful Word of Life praise team who will be ministering also. So trust me, as Sister Sebastian said, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss any part of it. So come and settle in and be ready for an evening of praise and thanksgiving. Yes. We all have a lot to kind of give God thanks for this year. So many people have lost loved ones. So many things are happening around us, yet God has been faithful and we are still here. So it's a night to go and celebrate the Lord and just give him all the glory. So come on out. The tickets are still $30 and at the door it's $35, but you can call us at 917-755-5481. Or you can go on the church's website at wallicog.org and, leave them a message and we will save your ticket for the evening at the same cost at $30 because you made contact. And something new that we're trying for the very first time, we will be live streaming pay-per-view this Saturday. Yes.
Wow.
Yep, for the people who are in Jamaica, who are in St. Vincent, who are in Grenada, Trinidad, who are in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, please, www.wallicog.org, and you'll be given your code to join in on the live stream. And for those people who are out of the area, it's only $20. So trust me, it's way it's worth this spectacular evening. Don't ask me why it's so cheap, but we try to make it at a cost where others who are not able to or can really get this opportunity to join in. So it's gonna be great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, ladies. Minister Joan Sebastian, Sister Blair, all the best on Saturday night.
Thank
it's
you.
It's going to be a blessing, and all the best to you and your efforts to bring this kind of energy to our community. We surely appreciate it. So,
yes.
All right, you take care and thank you. Unless you have something else to say real quick.
No, thank you for having
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and for really pushing this for us for so many weeks. God bless you on the wonderful work you're doing. And, may you grow from strength to strength. And we really appreciate what you have done. And God bless. Thank you, Sister Joe and Sebastian, for coming on tonight.
You're welcome. God bless you. Yes. Have a good night.
Thank you. You do the same. Thank you.
Take care, ladies.
Yes, sir. Thank you. God bless.
Introducing E&W Shipping for all your shipping needs to Jamaica from Atlanta. E&W Shipping is conveniently located at 5002 North Royal Atlanta Drive, Suite L in Tucker, Georgia. They are known as the best when it comes to ship and clear. That's right, ship and have it cleared hassle-free. For ship and clear, a TRN number is required for security purposes. E&W Shipping also offers the fastest way to ship to the Caribbean. Logistics you can count on, people you can trust, picking up your shipment, and a 30% discount for returning residents. Telephone 770-524-8663 to receive your quote and schedule your pickup. Visit their website at www.enwshipping.com. It's E&W Shipping, fulfilling all your export needs.
Want to shout out Blessed Tian? All right, Blessed Tian. Hope I'm saying that right. Okay. Also, Violet White, Lady V. And I see Miss Janice O'Shea. Hello, Janice. Welcome. And thank you, Violet, Lady V. Now, Desire the leader. Good evening. Good to see you as well. And Roy Rayan. A nice me nice. And that I tune me pick out of the batch. Here, sir. Nice me nice. Me love it. Me I play all of them though. Me promise you. All right. No. Blessed Tian saying it will be an awesome night of worship. Get your tickets. And the Janice O'Shea is saying all the best this Saturday, Lady V. The Kiwanis Club of Kendall South Dade event. Now type a little more so I can share it to all those who are not seeing so they can hear. If you don't mind, put those fingers to work because I don't have your flyer, Lady V. But I'd be happy to share your Kiwanis event again this week. I know Jenny's mentioned it last week. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we're here enjoying this show, our hearts and prayers go out to Florida. And I know some places are more affected than others, but I did not like what I saw when I looked at that big red and yellow, orange, greenish blob making its way to land over there in Florida. And it's sad. So I just hope there is minimal effect in as many places as possible. And again, on behalf of the entire Wayne Hall Show family and viewers and listeners, our hearts and prayers go out to everyone in Florida that this is affecting, just so you know that. All right? I also got to come back over here and go to this. Yeah. A big shout out to This Is Jamaica. This is Jamaica welcomed me as an ambassador as we continue to empower the children of Jamaica to restore and preserve their culture through poetry and the creative arts. And This is Jamaica is a Florida-based 501c3, and they have a wonderful competition coming up where kids will recite a poem written by one of the members, Mr. Peter Gracie, also diaspora rep for the Southeast region. And so I was invited and I duly accepted. So congratulations to we and all. Women applause. Women. Hold on. What? Me no see me applause. Something you know. Oh, see it here. Yes, and let's stop that applause. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the applause. All right, but I always overlook stuff like this, and it's because by nature, ladies and gentlemen, I am not a very show-off guy. I let my work speak. I let my deeds speak. But this time around, I just wanted to share this with my audience. Why not? Why not? All right, so, yeah, you can say Ambassador Hall. So, Captain, Ambassador. They're coming, right? The captain and the ambassador, and what's next? King? Well, I'm king already. All the ladies have crowned me king. Hi, First Lady, how are you? I'm king, right? Okay, so let me go through some upcoming events real quick. Most of them you heard about through the show tonight. So let me jump back over to the flyers real quick here. And let's see. I just want to remind you that every final Thursday, it's not Thursday. Why does she have Thursday on this flyer? It's every last Wednesday. The Wayne Hall Show is on Wednesday, Nadine. She's going to have What If. You could tell I didn't vet this well. And What If is the last Wednesday of every month on the Wayne Hall Show. And it talks about your finances as a part of your health and wealth, okay? Now, Word of Life, we just talked about this, so I'm just going to remind you, get your tickets, okay? And then we did talk about this earlier as well. Destination Guyana Now, happening on the October 18th to the 21st. And, you know, look at all these people, including Malik Yoba, man. And it's a great conference. Stacy, Mollison, and Sebrena Kelly were on earlier talking about that. And also this one, we had Mayor Pro Temp of the city of South Fulton, Mayor Pro Tempore J.C. Sebastian, along with Miss Deborah Georges. They were talking about this International Cultural Festival happening on October 19th at 3 p.m. at the Wilkerson Mill Park, 1895 Wilkerson Mill Road in South Fulton, Georgia. A day of culture, food, and fun for the entire family. And a little peek at something that's coming up. You'll hear more about this on the show next week. Seeds of Success is going to be a conference, Transforming Mindset for Greatness, on Saturday, October 19th. It's going to be at the Front Page Event Center. For $55, you get to see Mr. Antonio Dawson, an award-winning psychotherapist and author out of Jamaica, y'all, living in the UK. Transforming Mindset for Greatness. This is something you don't want to miss. And he's going to be my guest next week. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a great conversation as we learn about his history and what made him who he is. Ladies and gentlemen, all I'm going to say is don't miss this conversation next week on The Wayne Hall Show. All right? And that's all I have to share with you by flyer this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, continue to enjoy The Wayne Hall Show. I want to do this real quick. Desire, I'm going to play this one, okay?
Yeah, you know? It's yours to the desire. An assignment for the Most High. Special assignment. As I come to realization of the fact that life, every man have a journey to trod. I will I want to say Jah works, you know? Set his people free. I sitting there talking to the man in the mirror. I saying that I got a question for you. In life, should you get the opportunity, I tell me in this life what you wanna be. And he replied to me and said, he said, I wanna be the servant for Jaja. Yes, that I wanna be. I wanna be the servant for Jaja. If given the opportunity, I wanna be the servant for Jaja. Yes, that I wanna be. I may not be the doctor to cure your pain. I be the forecaster to tell when it's rain. I can be your messenger, just call me the name. Cause giving you your message, things wrong with the same. People who are there to set the traps for me. I know Jah is there to make a way for me. And even when I'm trapped, I know He set me free. My King will set I free. I know Jah set I free. I wanna be the servant for Jaja. Yes, that I wanna be. I wanna be the servant for Jaja.
Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Servant for Jaja. Yes, that I wanna be. I wanna be the servant for Jaja. Yes, that I wanna be.
That's right, the sound of Desire the Leader saying servant for Jaja. And that's from his EP. Go find him on all digital platforms, ladies and gentlemen.
They're saying that I got a question for you.
I want to say a big shout. I want to say a big shout out to Mr. Roy Ryan. Mr. Ryan is checking out the Wayne Hall Show tonight, and we're going to check out a Roy Ryan song right here. Like goes like this.
Lordy, Lordy. Oh. I can't walk the road. I can't talk too loud. I can't step too high.
That's right. The Kiwanis Club South Dade Annual Gala is Saturday, the 12th. 7 p.m. Tickets are $125. And the number to call, ladies and gentlemen, is 305-586-2975. That's 305-586-2975.
Say a nice, me nice.
So if you're down there in Florida and down towards Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, yes.
I say me know the trick.
The Kiwanis Club of South Bay. That's right, Roy Rand.
If me flick me wrist, them have to run, come people say, nice, me nice. They seem to think I'm the best.
Yeah.
But I true them no now. I work all day, all night. That's why I have a good show. But a good friend of mine say, don't mind them at all, yeah. Some people got something to say while some say nothing at all. Say me know the trick, take a coin and flip. I say a nice, me nice. If me flick me wrist, them have to run, come peep. I say a nice, me nice. Say me know the trick, take a coin and flip. I say a nice, me nice. If me flick me wrist, them have to run, come peep. I say a nice, me nice, me nice. Oh Lord. Oh yeah. You see, I can't walk the road.
Hello, Celanil.
I can't talk too loud.
Garfield Blake, Upland Bright. You got one coming out.
I'm in the public eye.
But right now, I'm nice.
They say wall have eyes and bush have got ears now. Every day they fuss and fight, trying to mess up my life. But me know the trick, take a coin and flip. I say a nice, me nice. If me flick me wrist, them have to run, come peep. I say a nice, me nice. I say me know the trick, take a coin and flick. I say a nice, me nice. If me flick me wrist, them have to run, come quick. I say a nice, me nice. I can't walk the road, I can't talk too loud, I can't step too high. I'm in the public eye.
You are listening to The Wayne Hall Show, where information meets music.
A nice, me nice. Yahweh bless this love. Let it flow like a fountain. Loving you, it's not a bad thing to do, girl. 'Cause my love lives on. Yes, caring for you, filled with so much pleasure.
What a way to wrap it up on the Wayne Hall Show after such a great edition on the YouTubesRadio.com. DJ VJ Smiles is up next with the big bad 10 p.m. hour. Yes, go check him out. But in the meantime, in between time, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in for however you did tonight. We'll be back next week with another great edition of the Wayne Hall Show on all these blazing stations. Live and let love. Don't forget, the only way to start at the top is if you're digging a hole. But you always should look around for something great to encourage and praise and be grateful. Until next week, Wayne Hall saying, see ya. And we're going to take this from the top. King Malakia, blood to my veins.
Yahweh bless this love. Let it flow like a fountain. Loving you, it's not a bad thing to do, girl. 'Cause my love lives on. Yes, caring for you, filled with so much pleasure. 'Cause your love is pure and true. Oh, woman, don't tell me you'd ever want to go. 'Cause that will bring so much pain in my heart. You know I need you, like blood running through my vein. Loving you, it's not a bad thing to do, girl. 'Cause my love lives on. Yes, caring for you, filled with so much pleasure. 'Cause your love is pure and true. Oh, woman, you're so amazing. You furnish my life all over again with your doings. I love when the rain is falling and I hear you calling to receive blessing, to receive your blessing. Loving you is not a bad thing to do, girl, 'cause my love lives on. Yes, caring for you, filled with so much pleasure, 'cause your love is pure and true. Oh, woman, don't tell me you'd ever want to go, 'cause that would bring so much pain in my heart. You know I need you, like blood running through my vein. Loving you is not a bad thing to do, girl, 'cause my love lives on. Yes, caring for you, filled with so much pleasure, 'cause your love is pure and true. Oh, natural woman. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, woman, don't. Come on. Hey, hey. Woman, don't tell me you'd ever want to go. That would bring.
Better late than never. Shout out Super Sessions with Suen.
You know,
shout out Deborah D, Auntie P, and Lady V, all on YouTube. Have a good night. You all take care, okay? Bye-bye.
'Cause my love lives on. Yes, caring for you, filled with so much pleasure, 'cause your love is pure and true. Oh, woman, don't tell me. Come on. Hey, hey. Woman, don't tell me you'd ever